Hello, this is Crypto Neptune, and in today's video, we're going to talk about the Richard Hart case dismissal and what impact that has not only on crypto, but Pulsechain as a whole. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice, only use risk capital, and thank you to those who continue to support the channel. So we're going to kind of be all over the place today, but let's have some fun with this too. So 2 hours before the Richard Hart case was dismissed, I was just sitting there, just chilling and relaxing for a minute. And I tweeted this out. This was 2 hours before. I said, yo, dismiss the Richard Hart versus the SEC case. It only take 2 seconds. It only takes 2 seconds. So I tweeted this out as a lot of us were waiting and waiting and waiting. And we're like, come to a decision. And then the funny thing about it is, same day, 2 hours later, motion to dismiss granted. So when I saw this, I was looking for verification. And then more and more people started to tweet it out on Pulsechain. Sami, he puts out here, emergency breaking news. Richard Hart defeats the SEC. Motions to dismiss is granted. Yeah. So it says right here, the motion to dismiss is granted. And then everybody, I think Sami maybe did a stream. Crypto Coffee, he did a live stream. It was just, pumped and is saying, hey, all the haters go away. But yeah, Richard Hart, motion to dismiss is granted. So all these tweets. So the news cycle was slow moving because originally it was only like Pulsechain people posting about it. And then it slowly just started escalating and escalating and escalating until major accounts started to tweet about it. And that's what we want. We want the major news to be out there. And then he writes, breaking news, motion to dismiss for Richard Hart is granted. Pulsechain Army, we did it. B Roots, Pulsechain getting dismissed, LFG. So again, a lot of people are excited. Then I tweeted out, Richard Hart case dismissed, Pulsechain revolution incoming. LFG also. And then, obviously a huge pump came because of how the dismissal happened, as people are just waiting on the sideline with capital. And we'll look at what the charts look like today. But then HVIID Hex, I don't even know what that even stands for, but whatever she says, breaking news, motion to dismiss has been granted. We told all the haters this would happen, and now it did. So, again, like a lot of people just started tweeting out. And then A Wild SJ, she writes, breaking, dismiss. Richard Hart was right. Congrats, Hex. Welcome to Pulsechain. We love you. And then we finally get the tweet from Richard Hart acknowledging all this happened. He said, I appreciate Judge Ammon's careful ruling, which has dismissed all of the SEC's claims against me. This type of victory over the SEC is quite rare. Pulsechain, PulseX, and Hex are not securities and should be allowed to flourish. Hex has operated flawlessly for over 5 years. Today's decision in favor of a crypto founder and his projects over the SEC brings welcome relief and opportunity to all cryptos. Thank you, President Trump, for supporting. Yeah, and then he goes on to tweet here, case dismissed. Thank you, Judge Ammon. And then, highlighted here, the motion to dismiss is granted. So, yeah. So this has a huge impact on cryptocurrency because we have now shifted to a pro-crypto environment, meaning crypto founders and crypto CEOs, they have the opportunity to essentially build. So they have the opportunity to essentially build, and they can thrive in a innovative forward type of environment. And that's huge. That's what we want. But it also gets rid of the stereotype of people saying that Pulsechain is a scam and this and that and the other. And no, it's not. Everybody over here on Pulsechain are highly intelligent people. We understand cryptocurrency. We understand what we hold. It's a crypto asset that has the potential to continue to grow in value. That's why we're over here. It's a decentralized crypto, not controlled by a centralized government. That's why we're over here on Pulsechain. But it sends a clear message to everybody in crypto that there are gains to be made over here in Pulsechain, and we're not playing around. And then, so Charles Hoskinson, he even apologized to Richard Hart as he was misinformed, as people are not taking the time to research Pulsechain. And he writes, well, let me be the first to apologize to Richard. And it takes a big man to apologize. When we make a mistake, we apologize. So we appreciate Charles coming out and saying that and acknowledging, hey, I made a mistake. So again, a huge win here for Pulsechain. And then here's where the more bigger accounts started to talk about it. Watcher Guru, Justin, judges dismiss SEC case against Hex founder Richard Hart. So then this is where the news cycle just continued to churn out. And then Whitney Magic, she writes, historic day. Congrats, Richard Hart. Congrats, Pulsechain community. Take a moment to visualize the future we are building with this bright energy. Pulsechain equals rich with possibilities. From here on out, be prepared to be amazed. Expect the unexpected. History is being made. Yeah, so she's like many of us, a big believer in what's happening with Pulsechain. So, and you get the point, like a lot of people are just ecstatic about what happened. And again, a lot of big accounts talking about it. Now, looking at what we're looking at with the different charts. Pulsechain, it is up 25.24%. So here's 404449. So Pulsechain is up. PulseX had a huge pump, up 49.94%, at least now. So 404235. And many people think it's going to be kind of close to parity with PLS as far as price-wise, but eventually over time, this supply of Pulsex is going to continue to decrease. And the same thing is kind of happening with Wrap Pulse now, or with Pulsechain now, because of the pump tires mechanism that burns PLS. Hex is over 1 cent. Excuse me, it is up 42.85%. So nice to see there. Let's look at Hex. What's the volume? 7.8 million in volume over the last 24 hours. So that's a big pump. Let's see. Let's look at Pulsechain out of curiosity. Yeah, 16.3 million in volume over the last 24 hours. So again, another huge pump here for Pulsechain. PulseX, let's see where we're at. 9.7 million in volume over the last 24 hours. So the volume is kicking in. And then there was also a tweet out there that's saying that the OA bags started buying up assets on Pulsechain also. And if you're not aware, that's kind of like the Richard Hart wallet, where there's reserves to kind of do what he pleases with the Pulsechain ecosystem to infuse, capital back into the system. Incentive token, 6.3 million over the last 24 hours, up 47.88%. So, like to see that. It's sitting at $2.83. It was over $3 at one time. So, I will look for between now and then next week another huge run up on incentive token. That's what many of us are anticipating. Scrolling down, let's see. PDAI is sitting at 2 zeros and 8 and 811K in volume over the last 24 hours. This is the one which we are trying to get pegged to $1. So the theory behind it is Richard Hart will peg this to $1 eventually. It could be soon. I think we're getting closer and closer. But if this happens, a lot of people will have some significant gains, as your bags will essentially almost, well, a little over 10x. Wait, no, actually 100x. Because if it gets to 1 cent, that'll be 100x. So a little over 100x is where we will be sitting. But again, and it got to 3 cents over the last 3 months. And then we had that big major correction. So could be an opportunity to get some under a penny, one last chance. And again, it's up 26.80% over the last 24 hours. Yeah, so we're excited about that. Wrap Bitcoin, we're excited about this, up 26.69%, sitting at $727.85. And looks like 681K in volume. And remember, with Wrap Bitcoin, there are only 154K of these. So there's a limited supply. So the potential for this to pump and get to parity to Bitcoin on Pulsechain, anything is possible. But because of that low supply, many feel that it's going to be an even higher price target than what is it sitting at today? I want to say around 80K for Bitcoin. So, but yeah, I still think the best is yet to come for Pulsechain, as we'll continue to rally. With Pulsechain, will shock the world. They'll see these assets in green candles. Green candles is the best type of marketing, right? And you have the opportunity to have an asset that pegs to something. This is giving you a second opportunity to get you some Bitcoin on a discount. That's what's happening. So yeah, a lot of huge opportunities here on Pulsechain. And then if we go to trending real quick, again, most is up. Like, most of the assets are up. Most wanted is up. That is the Richard Hart meme coin that was created on Pump Tires, which is the meme coin launchpad on Pulsechain. That has huge potential. Bear, we are big believers in Bear. It's up 33.44%. And it's sitting at a $36 million market cap. So imagine Richard Hart live streaming again with Teddy Bear in the background. And that's what, 461K in volume over the last 24 hours. But again, this is the OG meme. And people bridge over to Pulsechain, they're going to be looking for those meme coins with communities that continue to grow. I believe the holder count is over 26K now with Teddy Bear. And the cool thing about with Teddy Bear was on a live stream. Yeah, he came out last night with a UFC fighter last night. This is the greatest marketing ever for any meme coin. So he comes out with his UFC fighter. The UFC fighter wins the fight. And this is the second time this has happened, where Teddy Bear has gone out with a fighter and they won the fight. So fun times. And, B Roots, he's behind the marketing behind this. And he envisions coming out with UFC fighters, NFL, basketball, baseball, you name it. He's going to be at sporting events. So pretty cool to kind of see that, what's happening there. But yeah, Bear is, I have a bag of Bear, because when this is paired heavily to PDAI, and when PDAI rips and pegs, you can make some substantial gains with Teddy Bear. So that's what we're all looking forward to. And let's see what else. Yeah, PTGC is up 31.90%. So that's up big. So overall, a huge impact on everything. Now PulseX is up 50%. a huge impact on everything that's on Pulsechain, and this is only the beginning. So it's a matter of people waking up and realizing what's over here on Pulsechain. That's essentially it. You got to wake up, because once the train leaves the station, you're going to be kicking yourself that you knew about Pulsechain and you didn't get into Pulsechain. And so, real quick, again, how do you get over to Pulsechain? You can get some. You can get some Pulsechain on OK on 0x Coast. So you can come here and get you some Pulsechain, because that's the gas token. That's what you need. You can hook a bank account or debit card here, I believe. But if that solution doesn't work for you, then what you would need to do is use a site, something like Chains Now. So you would already have to have something like something in your hot wallet. So you'd have to have assets already in your hot wallet for this to work. So once you do that, you can swap whatever asset you have in the Pulsechain, if that makes sense. It'll ask you what wallet you want to receive your Pulsechain, and then on the next screen, you'll get a QR code address in which you will send like your Bitcoin to. The swap normally takes 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, so don't worry, it'll go through. Remember to, if you don't have Pulsechain in your Metamask or Rabby wallet, you can come to chainslist.org and add Pulsechain. Just connect your wallet and pick one of these RPCs, and then you'll be good to go. And then lastly, you can come over here to PulseX, and you can swap and find the asset that you want. You can put the contract address in here, or you can come here and find the Pulsechain asset, whether you want Hex, Ink, Wrap Pulsechain, you name it. You can come over here and swap on PulseX and find the asset that you want to essentially, swap and get the asset you want. So in this video, that is it. The Richard Hart case dismissed, green candles everywhere, and everybody is ecstatic here on Pulsechain. I want to thank you for listening, and thanks for stopping by.